the Pacific island of Saipan sits a historical site called the Old Japanese Jail. It's quietly nestled in what is now a residential area in the town of Garapan. It can be found between Beach Road and Middle Road. This was one of the many historical sites on Saipan that we were excited to visit for its interesting history and because the site is slowly being overtaken by nature. Much of the jail is still standing today, although it's fallen into decay over the years and nature has overtaken much of the buildings. Trees grow through the buildings, vines cover the walls. Animals and insects make the jail cells their home. The placard outside the jail states, "The Japanese jail was built between 1929 and 1930 at the order of the Japanese administration. Previously, prisoners were held in a small detention facility that had been built during the German administration. By the late 1920s, however, it was no longer adequate to accommodate the needs of the rapidly growing population. The walls of the two cell blocks and the adjacent administration building were of concrete construction, with wood and tin roofs. In the early days, the jail was surrounded by a security fence made of wood and tin. Sometime later, possibly after the start of the war, a portion of the security fence was replaced by a concrete wall. Immediately to the south of the jail was the Hongan-ji, or Hongan Buddhist Temple, which had an associated crematorium and graveyard. One concrete gatepost of the temple is still present. During World War II, 2 U.S. pilots were held at the jail. Both died during the pre-invasion bombardment and temporarily buried at the Hongan-ji cemetery. Popular lore has it that the famous American flyer Amelia Earhart was held at this jail after she disappeared on her 1937 round-the-world flight, although there's no conclusive evidence to support this story. But the mystery of her disappearance continues to generate interest in the old Japanese jail. Marks of history are evident in the area, from the blasts in the walls showing the historical battle marks to etchings on the walls, possibly from prisoners who were kept here. If you find yourself on the small Pacific island of Saipan, be sure to stop by to see this historical site, while it still stands against the forces of nature working to overtake the site.